Hey, and this is me, Marianne again, and I'm gonna take you on a stroll down to the beach. And it's the same as I always do every morning, every day when we're in our cottage. It's just like today. It's actually a pretty dull morning. It's Denmark, northern part of Denmark, as it normally is in November. There's no sun. It's not raining, but it's actually pretty dull. And as you can see, that's our car, and I've been doing the laundry. That's because we have on the other side of the house, and that's what you cannot see, is we have solar panels. So we actually do a lot of laundry when we are up here because it's free. It's powered by the sun, and I actually like that idea. And now there's a car approaching from behind, and it's sort of, I need to step aside. And that's actually a woman that I have known ever since I was a child, because I grew up in Greenland, and my mom and dad, they purchased a small summer house here in Bratten, and her name is Gitte, and she's been a part of my life ever since I was a child. My dad was a principal and at an elementary school, and it was quite profitable to be a Dane in Greenland at that time. So he had a lot of vacation. I think he had 6 weeks, and every 6 weeks we spent in that summer house here in Bratten. When he got ill and he died from cancer, we took over because my mom couldn't handle it. It was just too stressful for her, and we built a completely new house on the same spot. So that's been a part of me forever, even when I grew up in Greenland, and also for my kids, Michaels and my kids, Aviaya and Andreas. They've always spent their summer vacation because they were born in Greenland, and we lived in Greenland until they were about to, third grade was Aviaya. Andreas was first grade. And we then, because we couldn't see any prospect for us, sort of business-wise, it wasn't really that much to me because I was in Royal Greenland and Mikael was in Taylor Greenland, but it was as if things started repeating itself, and so we left, settled in Denmark. Michael is Danish, and I am Danish, but like a little bit Greenlander as well. So, and here we are. This is the same stroll I take every morning. And this is Kattegat, and it is not the hometown of all Vikings. It is the strait between Denmark and Sweden. And if you look in that direction, it's Göteborg, Gothenburg, I think, Gothenburg. I think all of you English speak English pronounce it, which is a funny thing because Copenhagen, is also pronounced differently by English speaker. Copenhagen, and I don't know what. Please do yourself at least just try to listen to Danes how they pronounce it. Copenhagen, not Hagen. That's German, and we are definitely Islands, even though it is our closest neighbor in all respects, border-wise and all sorts of things, much more. There's about 100 kilometers, I think 90 kilometers to Sweden from here, and we have a close, very, very tight border with Germany. So they are our brothers and sisters, and the Swedes over there are our cousins. This is my hood. And this is actually a very calm day. Normally we don't have the big waves that you see on the Atlantic coast of Scotland and Ireland and all that sort of things. We are in pretty shallow waters between Denmark and Sweden, so we don't see all these big waves. But there's a lot of current in this strait. The Kattegat, which actually means in Danish the anus of a cat, katte and gat. So it's where everything pours out, and that is why up there we have somewhere below the horizon Norway. And Norway and all the glaciers that were up there during the last ice age, they poured down through this very, very narrow straits. And it was as if the cats empty out the bowels. So that's why it's called Kattegat. So, and it is not the capital of the Vikings. It is where everything ended up from Norway during the last ice age. And that is also why we have those out there in the horizon, the small islands. It is the remnants of all the things that this great big glacier emptied out in this narrow strait. So they are primarily rocks, and it is what the Swedes call a skarp. I don't know what the name for that is in English. Archipelago or something, I don't know. Lots of big, big boulders of Norwegian granite from the Norwegian mountains that just happen to be empty out there, where the cats empty out the bowels. So that's why it's called Kattegat. And since this is only my second YouTube video where I show you around my place, meaning that I'm actually walking around with a selfie, whatever you call it, a selfie, something. You don't see me because I don't want to be the one that takes all the attention. I would much rather have it be the beauty, the scenery, the way I live and what I do. So in Danish it's called a selfie stang, which means a sort of a rod, a selfie rod. I don't know if that's what you call it in English. But this is my hood, and this is what I really, really love. It's the calm of the sea, it's the beach, it's the horizon. There's a lot of space up here, if you can call it space. There was a whole lot of Danish painters who came to Skagen, and they discovered the light of Skagen. And the light up here is quite remarkable because we are on such a tiny inlet out in the ocean that you have the sun from the morning to the evening. You can actually, from where I live, actually watch the sunset on the west coast, and at the same, not at the same time, but in the morning, watch the sunrise in Kattegat. So there's a whole lot of, yeah, I don't know what to call it, space, heaven, light. The light is extraordinary up here, as I guess it is in a lot of places around the world. But these painters, we call them the Skagen painters, they discovered the light of Skagen, and they built sort of an artistic colony in Skagen with some of the most remarkable paintings can be seen today. It's Skagen Museum, which is world class. I mean, it is world class museum, and at Statsmuseum for Kunst, which is the Danish National Museum for Arts. So if you ever come to Denmark, do seek out those painters. It's Willumsen. There's a whole lot of bunch of them, and they are very, very famous. And they have done some remarkable paintings. And if we talk about arts, I would like to sort of emphasize one that I really, really is into. And that is a Danish painter who was best portraited actually in the film. In the movie, I guess you Englishmen call them, The Danish Girl. It's Bilsbø, and he has this palette of Nordic colors. And the whole movie was in his colors. It was remarkable. That's my house, and that's my laundry. What you might hear in the background is a train. There is a train that goes from Frederikshavn to Skagen. It's a really nice little train. It's you can have your bikes, you can have everything on board, and it's not a very big, like a lot of wagons and something like that. It's only two. It runs every I think 15 minutes or something, and it's just a nice way. And if you can look up there, you can actually see a little, oh, okay. It was chipping away, but it maybe saw me and flew away. But the train to Skagen runs every now and then and stops. Yeah, whenever you press a button, it will stop and let you off. So it's a very nice little blue train that goes all the way to Skagen, the most northern town in Denmark, and the place of the Skagen Gren, which means that little sort of dune that goes out in the ocean, and you can actually stand on that, and you have one foot in Skagerrak and the other foot in Kattegat. So that's something that a lot of tourists do. So yes, and now I'm home again, and this is my wheelbarrow, or Michael's wheelbarrow, and now I'm gonna say thank you for being on my stroll to the beach today.